You absolutely won't believe how this story unfolds. Want to know the truth? Keep watching. They sweet talked their way into the room under the guise of coffee, then added a little surprise to their cups gin. Philip had no choice but to drink, thinking to himself, you could at least offer me a nice fruit basket to soften the blow. Fruits? No way, can't drink this, pass me something else. After visiting the first client, Philip told staff coffee fosters rapport, but his mind urged stick to principles next time. After meeting numerous clients, Philip realized he couldn't hold his ground and ended up being the first to hit the bottle. They got totally wasted, even barging into random people's homes for a party, and a passing cop nearly plowed right into Philip. Now Philip was in deep trouble, and to make matters worse, he was having so much fun that he pedaled like a bat out of hell. The next moment, he crash-landed into a crowd, and the cops came to take him down while Anthony laughed his head off. This was the craziest thing he had ever seen. Little did Philip know, this crazy guy in front of him would stir up a storm in his life just a few days ago. Back then, Philip wasn't Anthony's boss, had been grinding at a southern post office for over a decade. His monotonous life had him feeling a bit blue, stuck in a... At the same time, his wife was piling on the pressure. She was sick of Philip's dead-end job, dreaming of a promotion that would take them to a sunny beach city. To ease tension with his wife, Philip sought help, squeezing colleagues for a promotion. But surprises loved to play pranks. What was supposed to be his position was snatched away by a superhero, crushing his wife's dreams. The next day, she tracked down a colleague for answers, who felt powerless but revealed there was a post office director about to retire, and she'd do her best to help Philip snag that. Despite her friend's passionate pleas to rethink it, she decided to go for it. A week later, Philip got the shock of a lifetime to see a transfer notice. Excitedly, she raced through streets to deliver the news to her working wife, but of course, bad luck was lurking around the corner. Just as she stepped into her new role, headquarters decided to investigate her. If her little deception got exposed, it would be a disaster. She had a wheelchair ready to go but managed to break it. Talk about a tragicomedy. She rushed to sit in the wheelchair before the inspectors arrived, was asked a few questions, and thankfully she had all the answers memorized to dodge the bullet. In time so omout alcidilla 20 eight ligachitt not sign omout I stroke that o qtwent ytw ligachitt not sign a quarter I tilde iku usix omout I circumflex g circumflex small cap tentar o circumflex cyrillic letter 47 letter 43 ilo acute unini omout micro yen ligachitt not send symbol 360 h plus or minus band 3 omout j sense to m2 y cute sense a quarter to I grov sense I acute cyrillic letter 4 bb a quarter o grov acute letter 2 b omout sense micro divide by 2 acute micro letter 2 c65 Eomat eth Eomat cyrillic letter 4 AB Eomat sad Eomat letter 237. But the next moment, Philip unexpectedly stood up, and just like that, her new job went up in smoke. She was furious. Just learned that Philip had been faking disability to get by. She told him never to say they were friends in public, but Philip only wanted to cheer her up. Awkward admission time. She delivered the good news and the bad news. The good news: she didn't lose her job but got promoted. The bad news: it was to the frozen north. The climate there was absolutely frigid, and she had no desire to go. Even worse, she'd have to stay for 2 whole years. This was not the news she wanted to hear. Her choices: either lose her job or grovel towards the north. Subtitles: she prepared to pack her bags and head north. But how would she reveal the truth to her wife? Her wife began checking coastal city houses. Upon learning Philip's request was cancelled, she sensed his secret. She realized only the bad employees got sent north while the good ones went south. Philip lied that headquarters totally trusted her, and this was just a stepping stone to gain experience for southward ambitions. His wife interrogated him about what happened, and Philip acted overly excited, but his performance stank. But after all, a wife is always a wife. Even faced with enormous hurdles, they had to face it together. They looked up info and found the north was covered in fog. Philip checked the temp and found it wasn't as cold as he thought. But his wife knew this was just a trick by the weather service. If the temp looked too low, no one would want to work up north. She found a map book in a store, and the geography of the north gave her chills. On departure day, she planned the route and put on her warm coat, preparing for a heartfelt goodbye with her wife. She departed north with a heavy heart, wondering what kind of disasters awaited her. Facing the unknown frightened her, so she deliberately drove slowly, better to arrive late than too early. But on the highway, she was crawling like a snail. 50 mph was nowhere near the required 150. The police had no alternative but to pull her over and issue her a ticket. She gave her best innocent look, pitifully explaining her situation, and the cop bought it. The cop broke protocol and let her go, muttering about the sadness of it all as Philip drove away. Philip officially arrived at the Northern Canadian Strait, and the North greeted him with a gift of sudden downpour. Suddenly, someone popped out of nowhere. She couldn't stop in time and knocked him down, yet he was completely fine. Philip then realized that Anthony was his subordinate who thought she was saying her Joel was injured, not his. She blanked out, remembering her chat with an old northern man, realizing everyone there was called Old North. The old man had warned her that life wasn't easy up north, especially for those scraping by in the coal mines. Life was a total slog. Anthony took Philip to his home, but it was a barren waste and no furniture, not even a proper bed. Turns out, the former director took everything with him. Talk about a case of mixed emotions for Philip. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thrilling adventures ahead.